Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another Blender tutorial. Okay, so today, what I plan to do is complete this texture. Hopefully, by the end of today, I'm done with everything that I want to finish it as soon as possible, I guess. Anyways, let me just hear if my mic is playing up correctly. All right. Okay. Seems like I can. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna change this so that I can use the tablet. Oh, okay. Before that, let me just play some music as well. Twitch has this thing where if you're playing like music that is copyrighted, right? It blocks it out, right? But it doesn't show you which what do you call this? I wish like there was a way that you could know which song it is, because all the songs that I have are songs that I feel I got from what's this non-copyrighted music website, so it's hard to tell which of these songs has been turned into a copyrighted song. So maybe I should check into that actually, if it can show you just which song it is that was playing. All right. Already. Yeah, this week has been intense, I guess. Just trying to juggle creating YouTube content and this along with the project that I do on the side, I guess. It's been challenging, I guess. Alright, okay. First thing we need to do is just start texturing, I guess. But one thing that when I was creating YouTube content, right, I realized that there's still so many things, I guess, so many things that I feel like there's so many gaps in my knowledge, I guess. Like you think or a topic a lot, and then you start writing about the topic, and then you start to realize that, oh shit, I have to do a lot of research because I actually don't know that much, as much as I thought I knew. Okay, what I'm actually gonna do is, I like the idea that, okay, with AO I'll actually use that method that Skittles showed, but now let's see. If I'm not gonna create AO, then I'm gonna need Rust, I guess. Yeah, my mind is I want to do one thing, but you know, my mind is still a little bit stuck. Oh, what is that? Oh, this is the thing that Skittle showed actually. Let's see, it only works in cycles. So you know, I think I might just I will definitely use this, but okay, this is not in cycles. It is, so why is it taking so long to show this? Oh, unless the okay. May take a few minutes the first time. Okay. Yeah, anyways, I might just use this I might just bake it separately, use this to bake it to bake the AO separately, and then what I can do is once it's baked I can just take that image to Photoshop, remove the areas where I feel like I don't need any AO, because what it did, right, it also does the sides, the corners of the model, so I don't want that. I only want areas where I want a mask on areas where it's where the meshes are close to one another, and areas where, you know, there's extrusions, you know. I guess I don't want it on areas where it's like there's light you know, affecting that area. It's gonna look weird, so maybe if I, you know, I can just bake it and then clean it up after that, I guess. You know, the thing about creating the YouTube video is that recording the voice, you know, getting that was the hardest part, I guess. I thought, you know, I would, you know, since I know how to read, or I think I know how to read. The thing is, I think I'm good at reading. So since I know that, right, I felt like, you know, as I explained this while recording my voice, right, it would be just a wonderful, or you know, a teen recording, you know, throughout the entire process without stuttering, you know. It was difficult to get you know, to record, and having to retake that so many times, you know, it was eventually, you know, my mind was, I was getting frustrated, I guess, to the point where I would record and then stand up, walk to the kitchen and come back, you know, and that was taking, you know, just record one line, go to the kitchen, come back, and that, you know, searching for something to nibble on, I guess. It was, you know, that's how frustrating it was, and trying to, you know, restrain myself from every time when I struggle, I need to go to the kitchen, you know, was quite a challenge, I guess. I want the render part. Oh, there it is. So yeah, as I was saying, this okay, I like the fact that, you know, here this mask is here, but over here I don't want this as well as here. It's, you know, that's not the way AO should be, I guess. The same with this one, you know, it doesn't make sense to have that for this part to have any AO, I guess. Anyways, let's go back to solid mode. So this just gonna control J and name this AO. Okay, we need an mix RGB and I need an RGB. I guess now it's no longer called mix RGB, it's just mix. Because, you know, now it's just one node combination of all these things, I guess. Actually, I need this to be color. So the base color for this will be just gray, and so then I need an attribute. I'm just gonna start with coloring the dark areas for, you know, for the gray part, I guess. Instead of this being rust, should dark gray. Ooh. Now that I just thought about this, I did not actually add any. Did not subdivide this. The point of, you know, bringing this to a different project file is so that, you know, I can subdivide this and have more vertex which I can work with, I guess. Okay. Apply that. Yeah, it's a lot more dense, but, you know, this is just for the base color, I guess, or all of these. I mean, if you've been watching this, I guess you know the process. But just for those who don't know, I guess, as to what it is that I'm doing. My laptop, you know, this is too much for it to handle, so in one project with all the other meshes. So I'm moving, doing this with each piece in a different project file, I guess. Oh, that went to 2 million actually. Shit. Thought that was just 500,000. Skullboy, hey, what's up? Why are there so many vertices? No, this is for texturing. That's why there's so many vertices actually. I need so that because I'm using what's this? I'm using vertex color. Texture paint is too slow to do any color with this with my laptop, so I only have 137k on my models. Yeah, this is just a separate, it's not as you can see, it's just this object that I brought to this file so that I can do this texture, and to get a smooth texture like this, since I'm using vertex color for this, it's a lot more better than having to texture in texture paint where every time I do a stroke it lags a lot. So yeah, it's the faster way, I guess. A workaround of what's this, texture paint, since the pain in the ass for me, I guess. Okay, say gray parts, so I'm just gonna start texturing this. By the way, what model you do compositing? Because I need help actually. No, I only do sorry, I only do characters. Compositing, it's a different challenge. I don't think I will ever attack that right now, especially in Blender. It's a lot more challenging to learn compositing, I guess. Do you have Discord? Yeah, I do have Discord, but you know what, let me actually, do you know in my Discord there's only me and one other person, but you can join if you'd like to join. Where is Discord? Let me open up Discord and get a link. But there is this if you do you know Arundel? I don't know, if maybe if you go to one of his channels, I mean his Discord, you might get a lot of help, because those guys, they are mostly, it's about what's this, geonodes, but I'm sure they have knowledge of what's this, compositing. There's the link to the Discord. I don't know, I've never asked questions on the what's this, or asked for help with my projects, but I'm sure they, you know, anyone that knows geo what's this, that is good with geo nodes is probably good with combusting. Well, it's just my guess, I guess. By the way, you said your model has about what's this, 137 k vertices. What model is that? What did you model? Alright, alright, so basically right now I'm just breaking this, you know, so that it's not just one color, I mean one gray color. Like if you look at any reference of metal, right, there is different, even though there's other materials to the metal, but there's still different shades of gray. Look at that, that's I think here it's because of the rust, it could be because of that, but even so, even then, you know, it's still not just one base color placed on, you know, I think, you know, probably if you don't want to do this, it's the best way to get different, what's this, different colors of gray is by using a noise texture. It's a lot more faster actually instead of painting it. I just prefer painting it. I know it takes a longer time, I guess, to get the result, but it's a, you know, I was actually watching what's this Deco. He the way he does texturing is a little bit different. It's basically what he does is render everything in on a camera view and then paints it in Photoshop, or creates a UV map based off the view of the camera, and then paints that in Photoshop. Although it's not a type of texturing method that you would if you want to move around the camera, it's gonna show that, you know, there's some stretches to it, but it was quite an interesting texture method to see, especially the design of it. You know, that's what actually caught my eyes. I was like, oh shit, yeah. It was I think it's, you know, a unique texturing method. And that's what you know, in the process of, you know, I've already understood that, you know, when I model characters, I want to follow the polymodel method and stylize the character using polymodel method. But texturing, you know, it's something where I still haven't figured out whether I know that I enjoy using the procedural textures, creating procedural textures, but you know, you can't deny the fact that I also like painting the textures, I guess. I can't deny that. So I don't want my textures to just be procedurals. Just trying to find a method which can actually, utilize both methods, I guess. A way to utilize both methods, yeah. But what I've realized is that, whatever I create, I don't want it looking like what's this? Something that looks like it's coming from a Disney movie, I guess. I mean, that style right now is all over the place. It's of course the style is good. It works for Disney when they create it, but when you create your own and then it looks like you're trying to apply for a job at Disney, then in my case I don't want my characters looking like that. Of course I can try creating it, just to see if I like the method, but as a style way that I would want to use all the time, I don't think I would do that. But one thing, I was watching this I forgot her name, right? And the way I know that, you see, I've seen it on other channels, like on Polygon's channel, but I've never paid attention to it until I saw her video. The fact that each what's this especially what she did, she only focused on the face, and the face, and what she did was take one face and then try and make it look the same, but using different shapes, I guess, while drawing. So maybe like you take one face and you draw it as a square, and you draw it as an oval, a circle, like that, and just using these type of methods, eventually you will come to realize which method you like, or what you prefer. I think right now what I've noticed that I've been doing, is my characters they either look like I wouldn't say boxy, but it's almost like hard edges, or it's oval shapes or circles, I guess. There was I trying to create a character with triangle shapes in mind. That it's kind of weird, it was the first time I'd actually ever seen anyone do something like that. It looks like it's slowing down some areas. I think when I move too fast, or whenever I'm panning, it slows down. Oh, interesting. Wait, is this an open mesh? Oh, it is actually. I wonder why it's an open mesh. Wait. Because I know there's another object here, so trying to imagine what. Oh, it's that the wrist thing, object that I created. So this is basically holding that wrist thing, I guess, in a way. Basically, that's the idea, you know, that this is holding that wrist object. I wonder why my Discord doesn't give me messages when I have an, you know, new person, I guess, into the Discord. But anyways, thanks Carl for joining the Discord. Okay. I'm just gonna turn this to material view so I can see how it looks. Basically, you know, you just break in this one color thing, you know, and have it you know, be have different colors, or well, shades of gray, not just one shade of gray. I think the one method that I created that was a waste of time was when I was using adding what's this, a shade of gray, so that, you know, because right now when you look at it, right, it feels like, especially from a distance, it feels like it's, how can I say it, there's no depth to it. So what I was doing was, you know, adding separating this so that from a distance I can see it. So then, you know, I realized that, you know what, this was a waste of time, and I did it throughout the entire while modeling this arm actually. But you know, it's part of the learning process, I guess. So you see, you you try a method, and if it works, you use it, and if it doesn't, you discard it, I guess. Alright, this is quite slow. You know what, I wanna put this a really good procedural texture course, because I don't know, I've heard that the one in Blender created by Blender Studio, actually, let me just check it, was actually a really good one, and the good thing about it is that it's about €9 and you just pay it for 1 month, and if you don't like it, you can just unsubscribe to it. Studio. Oh. Let me get Google, because that's what I want. I don't know why, you know, every time it changes this like the search engine, it changes every time. I don't know why. Software. Let's just check it. It's really good, by the way. This screen, what's this? I think it's called the splash screen. Actually quite nice. It's so simple, and both, you know, this everything that's modeled here is actually I'm sure it's just simple shapes. Like, look at this, and by just using good textures, you know, she was able to create really good this image, really good image. What am I searching for? Blender Studio, that's what I want. What I want in Blender Studio is I don't want movies. Wait, how do I go license? No. Oh, that's donation. I want the content. Website maybe. That's what I want. I want the videos that they create. Oh yeah. So basically, they have quite some good what's this? Courses. Well, most of them I don't know. The way this guy explained it was, you know, it did not feel like it was courses, training. It was more like what's this? It sounds like more like time lapse of how they do things. Well, not all of them. I'm sure there are some of them that are actual courses. What is procedural. I think it, no, that's GeoNode. I think it's this one. Or actually it's this one. Fundamentals of apparently it's a good course, and yeah, we'll just see. We'll just see. I guess. I'm a bit when it comes to getting courses, it's I need to think about it really hard. I don't just go into a course thinking I'm gonna get something out of it. Like thinking that it's gonna be a good course. I need to be certain that it's a good course. I want to know before like jumping into it whether it's a good course, even though it doesn't technically it's not that expensive, I guess. I mean, it depends where you live, but for my case, I think if I can just pay it for 1 month and just download that video, I guess maybe that would, and then just stop the subscription. I think it's a subscription based. I'm not sure. Yeah, it has to be a subscription based thing. Anyways, back to this. I'm getting distracted. It's part of creating any character. You get distracted a lot, or I get distracted a lot whenever I create things. Okay, so the rust is only gonna be on the sides. Over here it's covered by that object where I said it's gonna be carbon fiber, so it means the rust should be somewhere around here. I can imagine what I wanted to do was also add some grease, but yeah, that's gonna be a little bit challenging. Maybe that's something I'll try another time, I guess, not here on this object. Right now I'm just tackling since this is the first time texturing anything that is metallic, I guess. I'd always do characters and avoid metallic textures, I guess, or anything that isn't character textures. It always just felt like it was not in something that part of what I want to know, I guess. But I didn't realize that I'm limiting my options, so, or what I could learn, so here I am, adding all of these, I guess. I think the next project might even be a little bit more challenging. I still haven't decided what type of alien I want to create, but if you guys have any suggestions as to the type of alien creature that I can create, I want it to be as creepy as, you know, as possible. You know, something that you definitely don't wanna come across, you know. Oddly enough, I haven't actually watched that many alien movies, so most of the things, you know, it will be you know, just new things, you know, I guess, when researching alien creatures. I know that, you know, like, what was that, when I think of alien creatures, think of, you know, like weird, like, what's this, I don't remember where I saw it, but it was like a spider. It's almost like it has a spider legs, and then it has something coming out of its right underneath, and yeah, it's really weird. Actually, the one that I know, actually, the Predator. That's the only thing, alien type of alien looking creature, I guess. Which, by the way, it's I used to hate that movie, man. It's one of those movies that just make you feel uncomfortable watching it, you know. When a movie makes me, you know, uncomfortable watching it, it's you know, I don't like it at all. Instantly, it's just a no for me, I guess. Right. I think that's just gonna add another stuff.
Can't find my way back to you. I'm lost again. I don't wanna run from all of this. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. So break me. If only I don't help me.
Maybe I should get some more new songs, I guess. Not that I don't like the current ones, but I don't know, I just want the playlist to be a lot more long, I guess. You know, what's this technique with, like, it's a technique that I heard from this guy Mark Brunette, right? It's an actually interesting technique where, like, you see here, there's the transition between these two colors, it's just these two colors only, right? So instead of doing this, what you can do is like okay, wait, let's make red, or let's just call it transcal. It's something that I actually I will implement it in, when I create the alien character, just to see how it looks, because right here I don't want to add it because I've already started this process. It's just gonna make everything look weird. So basically maybe I can change this to a different line mode. Let's copy this. And then, like, let's say you want the transition color to be red, right? And I don't know how it will look here, but it's something that actually, wait, let's make it screen. The idea is to have a transition color between these two colors that isn't you just smoothing these two colors so that they transition, so basically what I can do is have a map range as well and just reduce the opacity over here. Just reduce the strength of it. Just it's an interesting idea which I still haven't tried. I want to try it with the next character, I guess. Basically right now it's not even visible, but the interesting idea, I guess, where you have these two colors, and when you have these two colors and the transition between these two colors is a different color, I don't know if this red works, but it's, I guess I'm still trying to figure out how he actually does it, but look at that. And from a distance, it's, I feel like it's something that's amazing, I guess. I just like that idea, the idea is to have it slight, you don't want it being too obvious, but it works, I guess. And so let's just actually show before and after, I guess, by just muting this. Oh shit, and that's not what I want. And just mute this, actually, this entire thing. So before, before, after. So I don't know if it's visible on just let me know if it's not visible, but look at that. I think that's amazing. And if you're really good at getting colors to complement one another, just using this technique can actually just take you quite far. Can push the character even further. Because when I see something in 2D, right, I try and imagine how how it would look in 3D, or how you can actually implement it in 3D. Okay, let's just remove this since I don't need that. I mean, not everything that not everything works that you see in 2D that you can create in 3D, right? Some things just don't work, I feel. I mean, like, unless if you actually manage to find a way around it, that's amazing. Especially when you look at the Spider-Man Into the Verse, right? The way they use 2D animation and bring it into the 3D world, that's insane. I mean, especially what I liked was the part where they made, even though it was 3D, they gave that impression that it was there was line art in the characters, in the entire shot. That was amazing for me. It was one of the things that just made me love the movie, especially and the fact that it has so many styles, I guess. Which is why I'm extremely excited for the next one. I wonder how already they've added a couple of styles to it. Shit. I'm just gonna make quick stroke brushes and then come with a smaller brush and clean this up. I mean, well, not clean it up, but make it a lot more rougher. The thing I heard, I don't remember who said it, but the fact that it's been in my mind for the whole week, I guess. The fact that whatever you see from someone, right, do it, but try to be bad at creating what you see. That advice, it keeps playing in my mind, and when I create, or I guess when you think of it in terms of I want to be as good as, you know, whatever or whoever you're trying to emulate, right? Uh it's you find yourself copying their style, you know, and eventually you just sound like wanna be that person, whoever it is you're trying to, you know, so basically by just being terrible at, you know, their impressions or how they do things, it's, you know, it's something that when I tried it, I just loved the result that I was getting, because I was creating this VFX effect, right? And if I had just, you know, done everything as exactly as how this guy on YouTube did it, it would have you know, it would have been the same. But by just messing around with certain things and adding certain knowledge that I know to that, I guess, and also not following all the entire process, how he did it, you know, just that it was the end result of that. What I created was something I did not expect. It was, I feel like, not as good, but it was a different, it went in a different direction basically. So that was eye-opening, I guess. Yeah, this thing of actually using a smaller brush to erase is actually quite useful. It creates, you know, that roughness that I was actually searching for. Maybe, you know, I should, instead of cleaning up what's this, whatever textures I do, I should just leave it with so many messes, I guess. I want to see, I should try that at some point and see how that character would look. Okay. I kind of like that, the fact that, you know, it's done so roughly. It's almost like I'm unlocking some kind of knowledge or something, you know. Oh shit. Okay, let's move this to grayscale, so, you know, I want that, but I want to see how it looks here while in material view, but seeing the color here over here. Over here I overlook this. Right now I did realize that I don't have a particular style. I guess it's just me seeing certain styles and trying to understand, you know, what works and what doesn't work, you know. You know, just basically just experimenting different styles. I guess what I actually should also do, and I don't know how it will look, but maybe also use other painting techniques, like maybe like trying to paint but you know, let it create this oil paint style of look, I guess, to the character. Alright, I think that's okay for that. I think, you know, whenever I'm texturing, I spend so much time just focusing on base color. I mean, that's where most of I think it's the second most you know, place where I spend a lot of time. I mean, when it's second to what's this procedural, making the procedural textures, I guess. Because that one is always, you know, is always challenges, I guess. But actually, there was one material that I wanted to try, I guess, or pattern basically. It's just when I saw it, you know, I was like, oh damn, I want to do that at some point, I guess.
Here we are, we locked down in different cities, and our virtual connection falls apart. Guess it's been too many years since California. Now the memories of us is all I have. See, one day I'm gonna reach ya, take a plane for many miles.
Right.
We pretend that time didn't pass us by when we're on Mulholland Drive. I know it won't be long before dawn. Gotta be patient for a while. Someday we'll look at stars in this same sky. When I'm on the other side.
Seems like it's lagging. But even though it's lagging, you know, it's a million times better than texture paint. I mean, texture paint is a nightmare. I mean, like, what I even tried the other time, right, was to just take a simple plane, right? Simple plane. It was the only thing in the scene. I made sure to delete everything, right? And just trying to create that stroke and the lag, it was oh man, it was shocking because I thought, maybe if I reduce the what's this, I reduced the polys, or had a scene that was less intense when it comes to texturing, the same would be, it I assume that all the other objects in the scene are actually causing the texture paint to be slow, and finding out that I was actually wrong. It's just that texture paint is slow, and the fact that my laptop is slow, I guess. Vertex paint just works a lot more better when texturing. What else can I add to this? Yeah, I think with this I'm actually done with the base color. What I can still add other colors of rust and other colors of maybe like blue and greenish tones to it. Yeah, actually let me just do that. Let's just add blue and green colors to this and work with that, and then move on to metallic and roughness of this. Blue and green. Considering the fact that I had only actually just started learning how to type properly this year, my my confidence when typing is a lot more faster than when I was using two fingers to type. It's a lot more better, I guess. Because I remember, I used to it was yeah, it was embarrassing, I guess. And it came to a point where I was actually doing this while in I think it was either the airport or a cafe. So while I was doing this, and the person that it was actually, yeah, it was the airport, but in a cafe store actually. The person next to me, it was full, and so there weren't any other tables, and this chair was actually open, and this person asked to sit here. I was like, okay, go. And then I'd start typing, right, with just two fingers, and the person was like, they were giving me these weird looks, and I was like, what? You know, and like, why don't you just learn how to type properly, man? You know, it's it's an easy process, you know, just by getting used to it every time, eventually you will get it right. and, uh, and you know, when I asked them what's wrong with this process, and I was like, no, how can you not see, you know, what's wrong with the process? You know, the fact that you're using two fingers to type, and you have to constantly look where you're typing, and you're not even looking at the screen, so you know it shows a lack of confidence with your typing or something like that. And you know that just that just hit, you know, like, oh shit. Okay, that, you know, if typing doesn't give me the way I was typing doesn't give me a good first impression, you know, I might as well just change it. And so yeah, eventually I learned how to type properly, although, you know, I still get the, I don't know if you guys get it as well, but I still get that urge just to look at the keyboard. It's difficult, you know, especially when at first, you know, when I started trying to remember where all these keys are, you know, that was a challenge. And then I guess eventually I just told myself, just type, you know, eventually you'll start to realize where certain keys are. And that was the approach, you know, of, I guess that's what made the entire process a lot more faster, because I just typed instead of worrying too much about where the keys are. All right. Yeah, sometimes, you know, whenever I do this texturing process, I always have concerns about my laptop, because it's, you know, that's when it starts to run very heavily, you know. And now it's not responding. Oh, by the way, you know, the texturing technique that I actually, you know, when you use different colors to what's this, to create illusions of, you know, what is this, it's like you're using I don't know what that technique is called actually, but basically you're using different colors to show like different like you use different colors to show shading, you use it to show different colors on the skin, I guess. You know, I don't know how to say that part, but basically it's just you're using those colors to show how the different how each part of the face, let's take the face, how it's shaped, I guess. I don't know how to say that, but basically like different plane changes, basically that's what I'm trying to say actually. Using different colors to do that when I saw that technique, I was like, oh damn, that's quite interesting. Because like, I'm used to the smooth approach, of characters just being smooth, I guess. Not too much, once these different plane changes, or when something doesn't just is not smooth, it's instantly my mind just tells me no, that's not right. And basically that, I think, as an artist, whatever you try, you should also try breaking those rules to see how that result when, so that you get out of the habit of constraining yourself, or sticking to one method. And which is why I actually enjoy watching Decker's videos, because that guy, he has so many. Actually, that was the first time I saw one of his videos. He was actually what's this? He had a video of himself, I guess, the very first time. Like when you hear someone and and then you see their face for the first time, and then like, oh, okay. I did not think you'd look like that, like. I mean, when I heard his voice, right, I had always thought he was some guy that what's this? I'd always assumed he was some guy with blonde hair, the way he spoke, it just gave me that blonde hair type of vibe. And then, when you see him, or maybe he does have it, or you never know. But then when I saw his video, and I was like, oh, okay. That entire, and I actually thought he was a lot more older. I don't wanna lie, like, I thought he was somewhere like in his what I'd say 40s, or early 40s or mid 40s. And seeing that he's not that old, it just hit. I was like, oh fuck, okay. It's shocking, I guess. The voice, it's confusing. Judging a person based on their voice, it's it just throws you off, I guess, when you see their actual face. And the thing is, whenever I do this, right, I don't ever get the match correct every time, like it's always, oh, okay, I miss. I thought he was like this, but now he's like this, Right. Mm, mm, you know, whenever I'm modeling, I these days I'm realizing that so many things I've been doing wrong, especially overlooking the proportions. Oh man, that's I mean, like I've been doing this for so many what since 2019, and properly, and I had I had always overlooked proportions, I guess. Never really checked if the proportions were correct. Sometimes you could tell that okay, this character does not the proportions are wrong, but other times it's difficult to see, like mm, unless if you yeah, it's difficult to see. So especially just this morning, right, where I was just doing a really quick sculpt of just a base sculpt, I guess, just to practice the proportions, right? And as I was doing that, I realized that the entire torso was the same length as the thigh, and that just I was like, oh, okay. It was shocking because, and the entire time as I was sculpting this character, I did not see that mistake. It seemed so okay, and then I was like, okay, wait, something is off. I just stood back and relaxed and tried to see if what I just saw is presentable, and it was quite difficult to see it until I asked someone else to see to look at the model, and when they saw that, I was like, okay, wait, what's up with the legs and the torso being the same length? I was like, what? you know it's just these little things that you just because you're not used to seeing the difference, I guess. You constantly having I guess having another person judge your work just helps a lot. And I know it's something that a lot of people have said, but it's difficult. I wouldn't say it's difficult, but not many of us believe so, I guess. So many of us, we want to do some things on our own, I guess, so without actually getting feedback about it. The getting feedback is actually uncomfortable. I don't want to lie. It will never be comfortable, regardless of how good you are. I doubt it will ever be comfortable, but being able to accept the feedback is, I feel, that is something you can get used to doing. And but anyways, what I was saying is getting that feedback that the torso was the same length as the thigh, and that just helped so much. It just made me realize how I'm constantly overlooking the portions of whatever it is that I'm creating, I guess. Because it's a lot more easier to just use your tablet and just start sculpting it without thinking of how the character looks. And once you start thinking of that, you see sometimes you see the mistakes, some other times you don't see them, I guess.
Hopelessly, I keep on losing myself. With the flames getting higher, all of the problems that I
Okay,
couldn't help. Oh, I'm building a bonfire.
the greens, the
Hopelessly, I keep
greens.
on losing myself. With the flames getting higher, all of the problems that I couldn't help. Oh, I'm building a bonfire.
Okay, it's over here. Yeah, but basically these few days, I guess, since actually since starting the video, I've actually just been going back, trying to understand the fundamentals of certain things, right? Especially with modeling characters. It's because I still feel like there's still a lot of gaps within that my knowledge, within these areas. I don't know, I just get that feeling, that although I can create all of this, but something is missing, it's almost, I can feel it, I guess. I don't know if you guys get that feeling as well. Actually, what I can do, what I want to do is add a map range over here. Maybe a little bit higher. I want these colors to look like as if it's not part of the metal, but it's almost like paint, like it's something that was, an overlay, I guess. Interesting. Let's change that to multiply. Let's see. No, multiply just makes it look like dark color. Screening. Okay, this is weird. The screen just makes it look like one color. I think mix just works fine. Let's just do add actually. Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna stick with mix. It gives you that probably. I just wanted this to have I don't know, I guess actually what I can do is also add noise texture to this, I guess. Maybe that might just give me a proper look to this. Okay. Okay, no. I don't want this as the color. Okay, let me save this file because it's running very slow. Just want to leave that black and white, but also change this detail. Okay, let's see how it looks. I guess it creates that effect that I was looking for actually. Oh, at least it's trying to do that. What I can do is actually I want to put the color ramp right here, right before it goes, not the color ramp, the map range right before it goes to that area. Then just have these two do this. So then here I have these two, I guess. Let's see. Well, technically it's doing the similar things, I guess. Yeah, it's just reducing it, I guess, the effect. What I can do is actually use this to create that contrast maybe. But basically that's what I want, you know, that contrast, I guess. and that's a little bit too much, I guess. Interesting. I think I'm gonna use this on the other ones as well. Works out just fine. See, this is something I should have done on the rust instead of here on the blue part. Yeah, just gonna use this technique on the rust, because that's the part where it's, you know, it should be doing something like this. Just gonna copy this. Let's see how it looks. I think this is a lot more better actually. It's just a slight effect, but it looks, in my case, it just feels a lot more better, I guess. But then, you know, the question is it gonna be visible? Because that's that's one thing I've actually been overlooking. You know, I create all these details, but I guess I've always overlooked the fact that is it gonna be visible, you know, on the final. Does it make a difference on the final render? You know, like if you would take that final render and you compare it with what you know, the part where all these details you create, and see, you know, what exactly is visible. I think that's something I should actually start doing, you know, just to understand what it is that I'm looking at, I guess. Because I feel like some of these things, although it's, okay, let's actually delete this. It feels like I'm just creating unnecessary details some other times, you know, because I don't think of how it would look as a final result. And the thing is, you know, you have to see it from a distance, probably like this, or I think try and, the best way I guess is try and add a camera to the scene and see it from a, like, this type of distance, and see, you know, is what I'm looking there, you know, visible when I render it, and do a little bit of test, I guess. You know, as you can see right now, the blue is definitely visible, as well as the brown, mostly the light brown. But what's not visible right now, I feel like it's the the gray part that I actually did. Let's mute it and let's see. Actually, let me go to, no, actually no, it's fine. Material view, just gonna make it slow if I go to cycles. And then just mute that and try and see the difference. And there is definitely a difference, it changes it, I guess. So you get that result when you see it from here, and then with the add of that gray area you get this feeling. Basically, let's see it from here actually. Wait, what is that? Oh, okay, wait. What it's actually doing, it's taking the default color here. Ah, okay. But it's definitely visible, I guess. I wasn't aware that it is taking the default color. Oh, there. So basically, with this color without this color added, that's how it would have looked, right? And with the dark gray that is added, that's how it looks. And the same here as well. It's definitely visible. You can see it. That's the point, that you need to I guess I need to start looking into see if whatever detail I'm creating is definitely going to be visible. And it does, it doesn't just apply to texture, it applies to modeling as well. Because like some other things are just unnecessary. If it's not gonna be that visible, why spend time creating it? It's just a waste of time. And that's something I actually wasn't aware of. Like I wasn't thinking like that. Yeah, the blue is definitely gonna be visible, as well as the green. I think it's because I have a lot of blue here. The color that I actually like is the mixture between what's this, blue and green. Really, I don't know what that color is actually. Hey, what's up, Skittles? How are you doing? You just caught me just as I was about to well, within 10 minutes I'm actually about to end the stream. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm good. I think I don't want the green to be this visible. What I can do is just, okay, wait, I'm gonna definitely reduce this, but I don't want it being this visible. Mm. Mhm. Mm. Yeah, texturing usually takes quite some time. It's something, I always underestimate. Like, it I know it takes some time, but I don't know, it's just I still cannot accept the fact that it should be taking this time, this long to texture something. It's I mean, I know it's not just adding some colors, it's you're blending everything, and you know you have to think of how the colors complement one another and things like that, right? So but the fact that it takes so long, just to texture a character, it's yeah, my mind still can I still cannot wrap, you know accept that fact. I wonder how in what's this in a production, how long they actually take to texture a character. I'm sure it's wait, let's actually see. It should be probably more than what's this than sculpting a character, right? The duration to texture a character. Excuse me. I know this is it's probably the what's this the time for an average what's this texture how long does it take 15 or more hours. Concept format can last 8 to 20. Really? Oh, wow, I'd always assumed it was actually a lot more longer than that. Does it mean that I'm wasting a lot of time focusing on texturing? Because if it takes about 15 hours to texture, and it means I'm spending wasting a lot of time, because that's where I start to slow down, I guess. But I'm sure that's the speed of some professional, I guess. Probably someone it's probably judged from the guys that work in the industry, are professional studios, I guess. But even so, I had assumed, you know, it was, I thought, you know, it would be something like about 2 to 3 days, maybe even a week. I don't know why. I didn't think it was that fast actually. But I think, you know, it depends as well, and you know, the type of character you're texturing, just how much detail, you know, are they is gonna be shown from up close. I guess you have to take that into consideration.
Homie, day and night. Got the party jumping, about to break the ice. Stay up on my grind, that's my way of life. I got tunnel vision, I'ma chase.
Alright, with this, guys, I think I'm done with coloring the base color. So all that's left is just to bake this and then do the metallic textures, I guess. Metallic and rough textures. Homie, day and night. Got the party jumping, about to break the ice. Stay up on my grind, that's my way of life. I got tunnel vision, I'ma chase that ray of light. Alright, guys, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream right here, guys. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the chat. Make sure you join my Discord, and also my Instagram. So yeah, thanks, guys. See you on Monday, and yeah, where I'll just be finishing this. Hopefully, you know, it's taking a lot more longer than I was hoping, you know, but yeah. Shit. Anyways, cheers, guys. Bye.